So most of you guys know that I love talking about email marketing and strategy for not just selling to your audience, but really connecting with them and strategies for making email marketing feel way less overwhelming, way easier to incorporate into your marketing, especially as a mom who runs a business and has a million other things on your plate. And if you've poked around my YouTube channel a bit, or if you watch some of my other videos, you also know that I specifically love talking about Flodesk. You'll see I don't just talk a lot about email marketing and how powerful it is for you as a small business owner, but I love specifically featuring and talking about Flodesk. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Jordan. I'm a mom and I'm a marketing strategist who loves supporting other mama-led businesses, especially when it comes to email marketing, funnels, and systems to help you grow your business in a way more sustainable way that doesn't just take over your life. And one of the ways I do that is through these videos on YouTube. So I'm so glad that you're here. Today we are talking about, if you can't guess, Flodesk, but this is not just any video. Today we are talking about Flodesk's newest product, Flodesk Studio. Now, I have been a Flodesk user since they were in beta years and years and years ago. And as someone who builds funnels for a lot of clients and I teach evergreen funnels, I have built funnels, email systems, workflows, all of that in every ESP out there. And I can hands down tell you that for myself and for all of my students, all my clients, my top recommendation that I always come back to is Flodesk. Now, there are a lot of reasons for this, and I can break that down in another video. If you're interested, leave a comment and let me know below. But the biggest thing that I think really summarizes and highlights why I keep coming back to Flodesk can be summed up in this one quote from the founders, Martha and Rebecca. This is what they have to say about their partner mission statement. I'm just going to read it off soon. They are committed to championing small business leaders and investing in a future where anyone with an entrepreneurial dream can build a successful business. And I just have to say, this isn't just talk from them. I have seen this time and time again in how they create new features and how they support their customers and how they actually cheer and champion them on, whether that is just on threads or actually listening to customer feedback and creating a product that doesn't just create beautiful emails, but makes our life so much easier to be consistent in our marketing and our communication through email. They truly are champions of small businesses in a world where it feels like more and more companies are just out there to make a quick buck, all while giving you less features. And so I'm a huge fan of Flodesk. I've seen over the last few years, especially the last 2 years, there's so much that they've added. That is not what this video is about. This video, I want to highlight the newest product, which is Flodesk Studio. So I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough just so you can see visually. I'm a visual learner and I want to show you what exactly Studio looks like and how I'm using it in my business so you can get an idea of how you can use it in yours. It is free right now to use while it's in beta, while they're building it alongside of us. So I will share the link below also for you to check it out and try it for yourself. Now, before we do the walkthrough, I just want to highlight a few things that really makes this different than what's out there on the marketplace right now. The first biggest thing I think we have to address is this idea of AI, because there's so many amazing tools out there, but a lot of tools that produce what we like to call AI slop, or that take the role of being the maker and the creator away from us as small business owners. That is not what Flodesk Studio is. Flodesk, like I said, really big on championing entrepreneurs and small businesses and creators. And so they didn't want to take that creative power away from us. Instead, chose to spend the last year building us a better place to work and build email. And how they did this is they actually used real designers as the foundation, and then it uses AI to apply your brand and accelerate your vision, not just replace you as the creative, but really support the assets and the vision that you already have. And then you get to finish and make it perfect pixel by pixel with the incredible builder that they've designed. So I could geek out about the tech things, but I think it's time to walk you guys through the actual product itself. So let's dive in. So this is what it looks like when you log into Flodesk Studio. If this is your first time logging in, it will prompt you to add all of your brand information. I have already done that, but what's really great is you can pull all of that from Flodesk if you do already use Flodesk as your email service provider. But what's really cool about this tool is it's built separately from the Flodesk app itself. So any email service provider that you use, you can use Studio to build amazing emails and then export them to whichever platform you prefer. So here's where you will add all of your own brand styles in. And if you don't have brand colors, brand fonts to upload yourself, they have the suggest button and it'll give you ideas that you can pick from if you don't want to start from scratch. Two quick things I want to point out. is the business description. You can share information here about who you are, your brand, your business, what you do, who you serve, so that when you prompt it, the results you get are going to be really specific to your business and your brand. And then there's also a brand voice section where you can do that as well and talk about how does your brand talk. So I use a lot of emojis. I keep things pretty casual, even in my marketing emails. And so this is where you put that here. When you're done uploading all of your brand information, you can go ahead to start prompting your first email. Now, if you're someone who struggles with, I have no idea what in the world I should send in my next email, what's really cool is they have recommended prompts. And so you could say, I want to send a newsletter, and it'll give you ideas here for that. Or, hey, I have a new event coming up and I want to promote a free webinar or talk about a live workshop or an in-person event. For this video, for my example, I already created a prompt that I'm going to paste in here to write an email to our waitlist announcing our next retreat for winter of 2027. So I just put a bunch of information about the retreat itself, just taken from our sales page. But the core of the prompt is that we're announcing the dates and that the waitlist is now open to save their seats and get early bird pricing. Another really cool thing about Studio, because it was designed and built by humans, is that they know, the Flodesk team, obviously they know a lot about email. They know that not everyone designs email in the same way. Some people have really creative, pretty designs. Some people have more of like the top banner with text, and some people do more text-based. I do a mix. I do a lot of text-based when I'm doing storytelling emails, but for announcements and things, I like it to be a little bit more creative and eye-catching. So when it designs based off your prompt, it gives you 3 options kind of based on that. I prefer this one. It looks really on brand for me, honestly. And now this is where the real fun begins. Pretty much everything on here can be edited. The prompt really gives you a good starting point, and then you just get to go wild with the rest of your design, making it personal, making it not feel like this generic AI generated thing that doesn't sound like you or your business or your brand. Studio really helps to come alongside you to save you a lot of time, to help you with front loading a lot of that design decisions and creativity ideas, but then you get to take it and really make it feel like you and your business. So you can change up layouts, move things around, change colors, change fonts. Let's say this picture, for example, I don't want it to be of me. I want it to be of something from the retreat. So I just changed the photo to one from our last retreat. Then I can click this, say I don't love this in the corner here. I could change this sticker to more of a flag. I can actually drag it up here. I want to write the date here. So you can see you can change pretty much any of the elements on the design. Not only does it design your email, it also writes the content for you. So obviously you want to go ahead and make sure that it actually sounds like you and that it prompted correctly. And if you have anything that you're like, okay, this doesn't sound like me, this is a lot of text, I use a lot more emojis, just head into the chat and give it more prompts to make it sound like you, or you can edit directly into the text itself. I just prompted it, as I said, let's use the first name if we can. Let's add some emojis when it makes sense, and let's really make the tone feel like friends are having coffee and that we're really excited to share this. So as you can see, it actually added emojis into a lot of spots. I just want it in my text, so I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to delete the emojis from some of these where we don't need it. What I love is that it gives me a really solid starting point, both for design and for copy, which doesn't just save me time, it saves me a lot of just brain energy. If you're also a mom in business, I feel like my brain just has limited capacity when I'm sitting down to focus. And so I love writing emails. I love email marketing. And so I will likely go through and just make sure it sounds totally like me. Again, it's using the same photo that I prompted with in my brand settings. So I would just go here and add another retreat photo. But as you can see, the edits are so incredibly easy to make, and it looks so much better design-wise than I could ever do on my own staring at a blank screen. So once you're happy with the design and how everything looks and you're ready to send this email, this is the coolest part. Ready? All you have to do is click export here at the top, and I can send it right with Flodesk. It's that easy. And again, if you don't use Flodesk, which you probably should, but if you don't use Flodesk, you can send this with any of the other tools that you might be using. You can export this design right into those ESPs. So now it's pulled over my studio design into my Flodesk account. I just need to choose my audience. I need to write my subject line, and then I can go ahead and send or schedule my email. So that's just a quick walkthrough of one of the ways that you can use Flodesk Studio to help your email marketing, not just being more consistent, but creating beautiful emails that connect and convert really well. If you have any questions about Flodesk, feel free to leave a comment below or shoot me a message on Instagram at jordanjones.co. I'm always happy to chat and to geek out about email marketing and Flodesk specifically. And if you're interested in seeing how you can use Flodesk to build really simple funnels and systems in your business, be sure to check out the next video.